first thing this morning, I see this article, and it's labeled, "Want to make a million? Market manipulation is back, thanks to social media." Thanks to social media, my ass never left. It just wasn't talked about because it wasn't on social media. It was just in between freaking money shaking hands with money. Okay, it goes on to say, the SEC rules specifically prohibit market manipulation, which they define as the intentional or willful conduct designed to deceive or defraud investors by controlling, artificially affecting the price of securities, or intentional interference with free force of supply and demand. Okay. And then it goes on. He says market manipulation is bad, but he's only talking about one, and now whatever, dude. This guy's a jackass, probably paid by Citadel or something. But anyway, it goes on to say, the lines between social influencing and manipulation have recently blurred. Okay, whatever, buddy. He says that that's due to like things like Reddit, people's Discord channels, YouTubers, so on and so forth, which is retarded. Okay, and then it says the SEC needs to catch up on the new reality and start enforcing new rules and prevent this or whatever. It says manipulation via social media will continue to masquerade as an acceptable practice until SEC takes action. Really? 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 You're calling for them to take action on social media? Really? Out of all the people? Really? Fucking pissing me off. Okay. And then it goes on and says, profiting from the limits of the law. That's the subtitle of this little part. It says, regulators have understandably been slow to act. It's one thing to sue a professional boiler room operator for calling an unsuspecting buyers. It's quite another to go after a novice day trader sharing all caps one-liners on Twitter. What? And then it says, instead, the U.S. legal system has forced the SEC to focus on the targets of these pumps. Year-to-date, regulators have suspended trading in 165 companies, up from 55 during the previous 6 months. Which I think is bullshit. Why? Just to protect the hedge funds? Or what? Fucking bullshit. But really, that's what the SEC's wasting their time with? Fucking idiots. One-sided pricks. Alright, now it says, a question of morality. This guy's going to try and question morality? Really? He's going to compare morality from the AMC movement, who's trying to make good change and put an end to the bullshit and really illegal shit and really horrible shit when it puts people on the streets? Anyway, it says, once you learn to recognize market manipulation, you'll find it almost everywhere stocks are mentioned on social media. Okay. What about the mainstream media? What about all the fucking bullshit mainstream media that's been coming out trying to manipulate it the opposite way? Hello? It's a lot more than Reddit. And then it says, tactic number 1, pump and dumps. The most attention-grabbing trick involves going long on a stock and then hyping it up its merits on social media. As more investors jump in, initial investors can quietly cash out. Okay. Doesn't apply to AMC. And you know what? And if it does, if there's any of these cocksuckers out there that are playing their end like that and then jumping out early and saying still hold, or whatever bullshit, they need to get their ass kicked. So if you're an ape doing that shit, you need to get your ass kicked. Okay. And then tactic number 2, marking the close. This one's bullshit, way bullshit. It says a less well-known tactic involves buying up shares either at the close or more recently after the close. This has become more common practice by Reddit traders, many of which do their trading after their workday ends. By moving stocks at these essential times, these investors unwittingly send positive signals to the market. Okay. So you just said unwittingly. So that's not market manipulation because they're not willfully doing it. They're not purposely doing it. A. B. You want to talk about market close and pivotal times like market close, market open, and things like that? Really? You want to talk about that? How about Citadel doing block trades first thing in the morning, going on purchasing a bunch of block trades on AMC every morning, and then so it doesn't affect the stock price, it doesn't send it up because it's a block trade. It doesn't do that. Then they go into the open market and sell them on the open market. That way it will force selling pressure to force it down. How is that blatant not market manipulation every single day, every single morning? To buy on one platform so it doesn't affect it, and then sell on the other so it does in your direction. Come on. Come on. You have to be stupid not to think that's not market manipulation. Jackasses. So that guy just... Ugh, fucking dumbass. Okay, and then we got market domination. This is another one. Oh, this guy's fucking... It says, finally, investors can hijack a stock when enough people buy in. By controlling the float on a thinly traded stock, traders can act as market makers of past years, asking for whatever price they desire. Short squeeze and gamma squeeze are common outcomes. Okay, you're listing this under market manipulation, dude? Really? Market domination? Let's see. Citadel. Okay, Citadel trades in the market with what, $400 billion in security? They have $400 billion in their hands to mess with, and they have to resort to naked shorting, and that's not market domination. I mean, creating synthetic shares is... Come on, shut the up. This guy pisses me off. Anyway, it says making money from market manipulation, you can do it with calls, and then he lists his own stocks with calls and shit. Okay, dude. Hey, what about that? What about that? Isn't that market manipulation, dude? You just listed your own stocks and which plays that people should do. Calls, what price, strike price, and everything. How is that not market manipulation if you're going to compare the Reddit users, and the social media? Dumbass. So that really pisses me off. I mean, the one article that I've seen come out about market manipulation and stuff like that, and how the SEC should step in, and he's calling it for the SEC to step in on social media? Jesus. Talk about fucking backwards. You know, that's bullshit. How about the real market manipulation with trading off platforms and then on the platforms? So that way you can only force in your direction, in your favor, or shorting the living hell out of it right before your deadline to cover your naked shorts. Hello? Or any of the other bullshit that they do. I mean, you naked shorting, hello? Fuck is that shit? Or what about, okay, I get that maybe this guy's just specifically talking about a couple things like Clove, Torchlight, Wendy's, all those stocks that came out, they were pump and dumps. Well, here's a fun fact. Here's a very fun fact. I looked at a few of those. And I think I found 4, and I didn't even look that hard. And out of a few of those, guess what? Guess who bought into those stocks heavily just 3 weeks? I think it was 3 or 4 weeks right before they pump and dumped. Citadel, Melvin Capital, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America. They're the ones that benefited from those pump and dumps. So, there you go. And guess who got screwed out of most of them? Retail investors. So why the hell are they calling on social media for market manipulation? Fuck that. Bullshit. You know what? They need to get their fucking facts right, and they need to go after the right goddamn people. That's my opinion. Yeah, baby.